Okay, let's
Hello.
start. What did you do to that mannequin?
So, I made a T-posing mannequin beside me.
It looks like a fan-made Slenderman. Oh God.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to another episode of this podcast named Wiz Khalifa Have My Children.
Oh,
That's not the actual name. This is Alex's bad teeth.
alrighty. Sounds good.
Yeah, you want to know why I called it that?
Why would you call it?
Because I have bad teeth.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
yeah, they're very bad.
Yeah, my dentist, she tries to compliment them, and she's like, Alex, you have very nice teeth. Don't be so insecure. And I'm like, lady, you look at the worst teeth all day. Mine might just be the best of the worst.
A good description for your teeth is like when you grab a vase and you throw it on the ground.
Oh, thanks.
It kind of looks like the shadows
A good description of my teeth. Have you ever seen a beaver before?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, yeah, we should probably explain the mannequins, hey?
I don't think we really need to, but
The story.
sure.
The
Let's
story behind
let's
them.
break it down. Would you like to start us off?
Yeah, so for a while now, I've wanted a nice mannequin. Just, I don't know what I have planned for it. Just a little play thing, you know. Yeah. You know.
You know.
You know how it is. No, I don't know. Just for shits and giggles, I've wanted a mannequin for a long time. And Dom over here,
Hello.
he said, "Hey, my work, we're giving away mannequins."
Yeah, I work at a clothing store.
I don't imagine any other place would have mannequins.
No,
really.
I mean hopefully not. But yeah, we
A
just
bank with mannequin security.
yeah. But we had like a bunch of just kind of like busted and old ones up in our storage.
Yeah.
And I was like, my manager, she's like, hey, we got a bunch of broken mannequins. Would you want any? And I was kind of like, I would really like one. I just don't have the place to put one. Who in my friends list would immediately want a mannequin? And I was like, first thought in my mind, Alex.
Yeah.
And I forgot to message him about it for like 2 months afterwards. And eventually I was like, hey man, I just remembered we got some mannequins that we're giving away.
Yeah.
Do you want any? And literally, between the time that I turned my phone off and put my phone back in my pants, he immediately messaged me, yes, I want two. How many do you have?
Yeah. So now I have 3 mannequins.
And so now you have 3 mannequins.
And my my mother isn't happy with them.
Yeah.
She's scared by them, actually.
Oh, I think it's more she's scared by you.
Well, I was thinking, like, they're all male mannequins, because if I brought home a female mannequin, I didn't want my parents to think I was weird.
Okay, yeah. So male mannequins will do.
Yeah, because, I don't want them to think I'm weird or abnormal at all.
No, of course not.
This has to do. Oh, God.
The gender of the mannequin is
Yeah.
very, very essential to your parents believing you're normal.
Yep. I have 3 skin tones of mannequins. I have one that's very white, very white. I have one that's sort of tan, and one that sort of a nice caramel complexion to it.
Except for he has very tan arms.
He has very light, skinny arms.
We couldn't find any other caramel complexion arms.
No, we couldn't. But the entire process of getting the mannequins out of the storage room,
That was an event itself.
that was a heist.
Yeah, that was a heist.
That was a steal.
That was straight up payday 2 shit.
We went in with a plan and we executed it perfectly.
Yeah, it was master crafted. We pretty much just I work in a mall, so we had to go through a few stores to get there.
Yeah.
But we went and grabbed a giant garbage bin and wheeled it back into my store. And our storage is above the office, so I had to climb up a ladder to get like a loft. And Alex stayed on the ground and was kind of like searching on the ground for miscellaneous mannequin pieces.
Yeah.
And I would just kind of have to like slowly lower them down to him and chuck them in the garbage bin.
Yeah, we had to like go through several different corridors just to get
several, yeah.
Just to get a garbage bin, so it was inconspicuous.
We had to go to the other side of the mall just to wheel it back. And neither of us are in like a work uniform. We just look like two dudes.
I was wearing like a parka. You were just wearing like a random t-shirt.
I was wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
We just had to look like we belonged.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was something.
And we were just piling them inside the garbage bin. I took one home, and so we had 4 mannequins in this garbage bin.
Yeah, and like several dozen arms.
Way too many arms, and a whole bunch of arms were stuffed inside the mannequins.
Yeah.
And
I have 3 mannequins and 7 arms.
do you actually?
I don't think the math adds up.
Something's up here.
Something ain't right. Oh god.
And we got them into the bin and just as straight faced as possible started wheeling them through the mall. Not talking, not making any eye contact to anybody. Just a bin, 2 boys in a bin of mannequins.
2 boys in a bin. This is my favorite porno.
2 boys, 1 bin. 4 mannequins, 1 bin.
2 boys, 4 mannequins, and 1 bin.
Ooh.
Walk into a bar.
Yeah.
But yeah, walking around, trying to get those mannequins into my van without anyone noticing was eventful.
Alex drives a big mom minivan.
A big soccer mom van.
Yeah. And while he left to go get it, I was just waiting outside, and this lady got like dropped off by her husband, I'm assuming, and she walked like really close to me, but just like so so much shock in her eyes, and just avoided any contact. Like, just like didn't even like really look at me. She kind of looked past me and just like did not. She just wanted to get out of there as fast as she could.
I imagine.
And as we were loading them up, do you want to tell about the guy that stopped us?
Oh, I can't even remember. I was just in a fever dream at that point.
A guy stopped us, and he's just like, "So what are you guys doing with those?" And we were just kind of like, you know.
It's art project.
Yeah. We're like, we just wanted some mannequins. And he's like, oh, yeah, just a couple of boys having fun. I know what you guys are thinking. And I was like,
I don't know what
I was like, I don't know what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? And he just kind of started making conversation, and we were just like trying to cut him off so we could just get in and get out.
It was terrifying.
And so we just loaded them in there as fast as we could.
I was sweating so much. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Oh god. But
and then we just like booked it out of there.
yeah. Yeah, that was something else.
That was good. It was a heist, and nobody was the wiser. They just thought we were just going about our business.
Yeah, like you had this big lanyard on that said you were a staff.
Yeah. I did have that at least.
A little costume, you know?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Little bit of a getup.
I was thinking of oh god. Talking about my minivan, I think I told you about this already. I got a parking ticket for the first time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So my minivan, it's cops see it all the time and they think, "Oh man, that's just another mom off to drop the kid off to violin lessons or soccer practice or whatever." But I've never gotten a speeding ticket. I've never been pulled over. I don't think anyone's been pulled over in that van before.
Yeah.
Which is good. But this parking ticket that I got like months ago, they keep sending me papers saying that I had to pay it, and every single time they send us papers, it's like they increase the price.
Ooh.
By like twice. So now, now I owe like I think just over $100.
Oh shit.
They said that they've been phoning us repeatedly, and we haven't been getting any phone calls from the parking agency.
Oh, weird.
I'm just not gonna pay it.
Yeah.
You
Just see how high that bill can
I
stack.
want to see how high I can get.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to buy that company after I pay it off.
You should just pass it on to your children. In
Oh
like
yeah, have it
50
in my
years.
bill.
Yeah.
Have it in my will. Yeah.
I have a parking pass worth 20 grand.
I have a parking ticket worth your entire mortgage, and it's sitting in my wallet right now.
Your entire mortgage and your college fund. Here you go.
Your grandchildren are not going to be able to afford food, man. Wonder Bread is going to be a luxury item for them.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You're going to be living off salsa for the rest of your life.
You're going to be living off of salsa and bird seeds.
Yeah. And loose bird seeds.
Have fun trying to steal bird seeds from Walmart, you peasant.
You fucking peasant. Meanwhile, I'm rolling in my grave. Thinking about all the debt I've left you. And my 3 generations.
I've ruined my family tree.
The branch has broken on my name.
All because of this parking ticket.
I got when I was 20.
Oh, damn. I had kids for the sole reason of them paying off this parking ticket. I went out and somehow found a woman who's interested in me just to have kids so they could pay off this ticket.
Just to leave it with them. She knew nothing about the parking ticket.
No. When we first met, she's like, so what's your name? I'm like, my name's Alex. I don't have a parking ticket. Don't ask. My middle name is legally, I don't have a parking ticket. That's a joke. It's not legal. I haven't been paying this off.
Yeah. It's a very illegal middle name.
Yeah. It's a name that I had to buy on the dark web.
Some really sketchy guy gave me a package with my name in it.
Some Armenian dude gave me a box that had like a bunch of murder weapons and my name in it.
My new name.
Oh man, it's sweet though. My ID
Yeah.
is crazy long.
Ooh, oh hell yeah.
I go into bars sometimes and they're like, "Do you have 2 pieces of ID?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's a really long card. I'm sorry."
I have 2 pieces of ID, but 1 piece is just my name. The other piece is the rest of the ID.
Yeah. 1 piece is the size of 5 cards.
Yeah.
Like 5 driver licenses.
My Alexander Coloma, I do not have a parking pass, nor would I ever have one. Please don't ask me, Lancaster. And then the R is just on the second one.
It's size 10 fonts. Super tiny stuff.
Yeah,
Stretches
yeah.
across 5 cards.
Yeah.
Yes, my legal name is Alex. Hey guys, I don't have a parking ticket. Don't ask me about it. Don't ask, don't tell. Legally, I'm not supposed to say. I got it illegally on the black market. Lancaster, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You can call me Alex for short.
Thank God no police have pulled me over, or that would be very questionable.
It's like one of those magic tricks where the guy just pulls napkins out of his mouth.
Yeah.
But it's me just giving the guy a name out of my wallet. Just stealing it like blackjack.
You know how like some people have those wallets where it like opens up and it's all the pictures fold out, but it's all in your driver's license.
Yeah. It's just one driver's license. ICBC had to make a custom made card for me.
Yeah.
They had to make a new printer just for my card.
Instead of paying just the $50 for my driver's license, I had to pay $500.
I'm not driving a minivan out of choice. I'm driving it because it's the only thing that could hold my full license.
Yeah.
It's just massive. My license alone weighs my car down.
Yeah.
The shocks are bottomed out.
My license alone is the weight of 2 human beings.
Yeah.
My licenses, pardon me.
They to print out my license killed half of the rainforest. BC, British Columbia, is now entirely desert.
Yeah. Technically, it is a desert,
It's
so
just
I mean,
it's just plains. There is no trees to
Yeah,
be found
yeah.
here. You might think it was like the Pine Beetles or something. No, there's just my name.
It's Alex. I do not have a parking ticket.
And I cannot stress this enough. I do not own. I've never gotten a parking ticket. Don't know what a parking ticket looks like.
I cannot stress this enough.
Oh my god. My parking ticket, non-existent.
Non-existent, but for real, you should probably pay that off.
No, I'm not. Well, it's a private company, you know. They could try to come after me, but
I'm
not going to pay it off.
I'm too fast for them.
Yeah. By the time
I'm too nimble.
By the time they print out my name on the parking ticket receipt, I'm already out of country, man.
I'm already halfway across the fucking world. I've already changed my name and packed up all my belongings.
I've changed my name to something even longer. My name now, Julio, formerly known as Alex. I did not have a parking ticket.
Nor will I ever have one.
My name was not Alex.
Yeah.
My name is now Julio, not knowing what a parking ticket looks like. Used to be Alex. I'm not Alex. I don't even know an Alex.
Cannot drive. Do not know what a car is.
Never
nor
seen
an
a car
automobile.
Don't know what a motor is.
Yeah. So how could I know what a parking ticket is? I live in a jungle, Lancaster.
Alex, I built my house into the Himalayan mountains, Lancaster.
Do you think if you built your house into the Himalayan mountains, you would just be zen as fuck because of all the Himalayan salt?
Dude, haven't you ever played Skyrim? Have you seen the Greybeards before?
Oh, yeah, dude, those guys...
Those guys zen as fuck.
Those guys zen as fuck. They're so centered, dude.
Those dudes.
They can literally shout and shake mountains.
But the thing is, they don't shout that often because they're so peaceful, man.
Because they're just so kind. They just slightly raise their voice.
They slightly raise their voice. If they get upset at you, they're just like, all right, honey, maybe it's time to stop.
All
that's
right,
it,
buddy.
And then they shout, and you're gone.
Schroda, and then it just blasts everything for miles. Yeah. I don't remember any of the other shouts. I think most of them just did like paralyze enemies and like inflict fire damage or whatever.
I haven't played it in such a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute for sure.
Yeah, and whenever I did play it, it was so heavily modded that I can't even remember what the vanilla game looks like.
Yeah, the base game is just so gone.
Yeah, it was no longer Skyrim at that point. I was playing Minecraft without realizing it.
After all of the characters became anime girls and the ground became TF2 textures, I forgot who I was.
After all the male characters became anime girls and all the female characters became RuneScape characters, I lost all sense of identity.
All the bows became Pokemon and all the arrows were Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I was actually in Morrowind, but just a modded Morrowind.
Oh god. All the armor I had, it was just Minecraft, dude.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All of the the cave trolls were Steve.
Yeah.
We're O'Brien. They're all creepypastas.
They're all like SCP characters.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh fuck.
Oh shit.
Oh god. My neck hurts from laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. Something I actually wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Back to the actual topic at hand, 20 minutes in. What have you ever had like a really awful party experience that hasn't had me involved in some aspect?
Because every party you come to is the worst.
Yeah. It's just instantly ruined.
You show up and the lights go off.
I knock on the door, all the lights go off, the music cuts out, and the person's like, sorry man, I'm sleeping.
Sorry, I like out their window. Sorry man, I'm sleeping, you're gonna have to go home.
Sorry dude, I'll call you an Uber back.
Just don't come, just leave. See ya.
Just I don't even know how you got my address, dude.
Yeah.
Please go away.
You weren't invited, nobody else invited you.
Last time you came here, you snuck in through the ventilation ducts, and now we've had to get those repaired.
Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've personally done at a party?
Oh man.
Because I can list mine off like clockwork. It's simple.
Your embarrassing stories?
Oh, yeah.
Here, tell yours while I think of some of mine.
Oh, which one?
Just list one.
Oh god, I think it was I can't tell the story because I was blacked out the entire time. But the next morning, I remember hearing that I spat all over your car.
Yeah. Oh, this wasn't even a party. This was just like a hangout.
A small kid.
We were just hanging out. Was it just you, Fraser, and I?
Yeah, and Brady. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and
God.
I picked you up from work.
Yeah.
And we went to the liquor store, and I picked up. At this point, I was drinking a bunch of just like disgusting cider. There were these
Growers,
2 liters,
$8 cider.
$8 cider, and like a 2 liter would just get you so disgustingly hammered.
So I drank a full one on an empty stomach.
You drank a full one on an empty stomach, and
I
then
had
like
4 beers,
four
yeah.
beers. I don't think you finished.
The 4th one? I can't remember.
No, I don't think you finished the 2 liter, but you got like
No.
most of the way down.
Yeah.
And
It's just dangerous.
which was dangerous. And like I wasn't drinking because I had to drive us back, of course.
Yeah.
And so Alex is just destroyed. And we decided to go for a walk to kind of like cool him down. I've never seen Alex this drunk before. Like I've
never seen Alex this drunk.
Yeah, I'd barely even seen you just like regular drunk, really. And so we decided to go for a walk, and I just remember you were like so wasted. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, like I'm gonna take Alex home. He's too drunk.
I remember the next day hearing that somebody else tied my shoes. That was humiliating.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think
Brady had to tie my shoes.
Did he really?
Yeah, he
oh
did.
God.
I'm just like, oh god, guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then there was the one point where when we were walking back up to my car, you had to take a piss really bad.
Yeah.
So you didn't even like put your hands out to stop yourself. You just fell into a tree.
Yeah.
And like were holding yourself up with your chest and like just like on some guy's front yard tree, and starts taking a pee in the middle of this guy's yard. And I was like, holy fuck, Alex. And on the way
I was horny for a piss.
yeah. Herny for a good old pee. And he's this whole time he was just like, I miss the Philippines, like I want to go back so bad.
yeah, I
like
was
I miss
very
everybody
sad.
there. You were like really sad. That's the main reason why I took you home, is because you
Yeah.
were just super sad.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
And I was like, hey Alex, like do you want to just sit on the curb? I'll come grab my car and pick you up. And you're like, you know what? No, in the Philippines I was told that when I put my mind to something I can do it.
The thing is, I was never told that in the Philippines.
Not? So you're just spitting bullshit?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it must have worked, because you just like, you got this like surge of like determination and like because like the way
yeah.
back to my
A
car was
second wind.
all uphill, and you just like started like power stumbling up the hill.
Power stumbling.
And then on the way back, you started confessing some deep emotional issues
Yeah.
you were thinking about at the time.
Yeah, I remember thinking that I was bi because Brockhampton came out,
And, Tyler-
Tyler released his Flower Boy album, and I'm just like, man, there's so much gay rap. I'm a gay rap.
Yeah, you're like, after listening to all this gay rap, I think I might be gay.
I was so full of bullshit.
And I was just like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Oh god.
All right, man, sure. He's
Yeah.
really drunk right now. And I remember I was just like trying to play some like more upbeat music so you didn't completely pass out in my car. And I was like, all right, man, make sure you just don't fall asleep, hey? And you're like, all right, I won't. And immediately fell asleep. And then I was like 2 minutes away from your house.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you wake up and you're like, like I just hear this like slapping around, and I was like, oh shit, like what's going on? What the fuck is happening? And you just start like quickly rolling down the window, but not like fully, and you start like spitting because you thought you had to throw up, and you just start spitting all on the inside of my car, all over it. And I was like, Alex, you better fucking know. I was on a highway at the moment, so
Yeah.
I had to like find a good place to pull over. And so I like, as fast as I can, like as I'm driving, like reach over and roll down Alex's window. And it's like one of those crank windows.
Yeah.
So I had to like roll it down so he could spit out. And he just starts spitting all over my door and still on the window and everything. And then
Oh God.
I stop my car, run to your door, open it, and I'm like, get out and puke right now. You are not puking in my car.
And I didn't puke.
And he didn't even puke.
No.
And then I dropped him back off at his house, and there was so much saliva.
Yeah.
Just like dried all over my car door.
Your car interior.
My car interior and exterior. And then I can't remember why I came over the next day. I think we were just hanging out. And I came over the next day, and I was like, hey man, so last night some asshole just completely spat all over my car door.
I remember this. I'll tell this.
Okay,
part.
yeah, you got this.
I remember the last thing I remember from the actual night out was I lifted up the bottle of the cider to my lips, and then I woke up and it was 1 p.m. the next day, and I remember thinking, what the hell?
Yeah.
But like my parents because they planned to go on a road trip that day, just the two of them, right? And they woke me up at 7:30 in the morning, and they're like, hey, you got really drunk last night. And I remember trying to look at my...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because your dad had to let you in.
Yeah, because
Right.
I let my dog run free. And
And because you forgot your door code, I think, too.
well, because I couldn't see straight.
Yeah.
But I remember looking at my parents, and they were like sitting on the foot of my bed talking to me. And I couldn't keep a straight face because, from my perspective, they all had like 6 eyes each. And I'm just like, oh, what the hell? My parents have been replaced by spiders, dude.
Oh, what the heck?
It's crazy.
That's not normal.
I'm just like tucked in super tight so I can't like roll around or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Still in my work uniform.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, you were still just in your work uniform. Yeah, that was gross.
I remember you came to my house. I was very hungover, and you said, yeah, so last night some asshole spit all over my car. And I remember thinking, like, damn, that's really strange.
And
like,
you looked like genuinely concerned. You're like, oh, dude, that sucks.
and then you're like, yeah, and he agreed to pay for it. I'm just like, that's weird. Did he like leave a note on your windshield? Because I thought somebody else had like come drunkenly on a Friday night and started just like spitting all over your car, right? And I look at your car and I'm just like, oh, it's all over the inside.
And you drove me home last night.
I was the asshole.
And so then he just paid to get my a car wash.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was good. It was only like $2 or $3 to get it washed, so it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. And then we went to the lake to go swimming, and I couldn't look at the lake because it was too bright and sunny outside.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
I was in so much pain.
You were in so much pain. Didn't we just leave?
No, we went swimming for a bit, and I remember we were trying to go on like this rope swing, and the trek from the sand of the ground to the top of the rope swing, that took every ounce of strength in my body. I remember thinking like, oh, I can't live, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, do you want to tell? I think this is my all-time favorite story, and it happened really recently with our goodbye party for
Bill O'Reilly.
Oh yeah,
this was hilarious.
Yeah. So how tall is he? 6'5" or something?
No, like 6'3", 6'4".
6'3", 6'4". He has a big presence though.
Yeah.
He's like a little like an iron giant.
Mm-hmm.
But a very nice guy. He we went out. So this party was cursed before anyone started drinking. Just to put that in perspective. He put a bottle of whiskey on my dining room table, and immediately it fell over onto the floor and broke and spilled a $30 bottle of whiskey all over my floor.
And like even before my girlfriend and I got there,
like you guys opened the door like 5 minutes after it fell,
and it was still all on the ground, and it was it reeked of
it was
apple whiskey so bad. It was disgusting.
It was just awful. I remember like getting drunk off the fumes of the whiskey. And I was just like, oh god, there's broken glass everywhere. My dog's gonna step in it. Like, this is not good.
And you were already like pretty pissed about that.
Yeah, I was upset. So you took
Bill O'Reilly
to buy another bottle of whiskey. Now, after he got everything cleaned up, which took like an hour, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I had to steam the floors and everything. I went through an entire roll of paper towel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
We had to like double bag everything because it just kept burning through the plastic. Basically,
that was so gross.
It was awful.
Yeah.
But so fast forward like 3 hours or whatever into the night. I was really sick because Greek food doesn't agree with me at all. So I was in the washroom like dry heaving before I even started drinking, which is why I was drinking tea throughout half the night. Yeah.
Well, wait, which part are you getting to right now?
The part where
Bill O'Reilly
drank an entire bottle of whiskey by himself.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I remember leaving and I was in like the washroom.
Oh, right.
And you guys thought I was crying a lot because my friend had left for Montreal, right? My friend Alex from Montreal. And truth is, I was just my face hurt from dry heaving, but I didn't want to tell anyone that because I didn't want you guys to be like, maybe you shouldn't drink tonight. Because I'm like, I'm gonna drink. This is what I came here for.
Yeah.
But
Bill O'Reilly
drank an entire bottle of whiskey. This is like a big bottle, yeah.
An entire, just to himself. He didn't like share with anyone else.
No, and then he drank half of my bottle.
And then half of Alex's bottle of whiskey, including 3 beers, I think.
Yeah.
And like it didn't help because my girlfriend kept like encouraging him to take shots.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Come on, if you're not like a pussy, take a shot."
I remember he poured whiskey into my peppermint tea and I tried to sip and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever tried.
Ew.
And then he drank the full thing in a single gulp. And at this point, this is the drunkest I've ever seen him, but I didn't realize because he was sitting down the full night, right? He comes out with he grew up in the Caribbean. He comes out with this like fluent Caribbean accent. And I'm just like, where the hell did this come from? Like, do I want to call him out on it? Like, do I want to be like, hey, dude, like,
what are you doing?
What's happening, man?
What happened to you?
I get that you're talking to like your girlfriend about some Jamaican store downtown.
Oh yeah, he and her were talking.
Yeah. But like, just because you're talking about that doesn't mean you have to bring out an accent.
Yeah.
So, little to our knowledge, he was already very blacked out at this stage. So the next morning, after we tried to play Wii Sports, I think it was, Smash Bros.
We came down and we were trying to play Smash Bros. Brawl on your Wii, and just like on the way down,
Bill O'Reilly
I needed to help him the whole way down, and as soon as he started like walking downstairs, he's like, "I don't like this. I don't want to do this. Like, I want to go to bed, you guys." And it's like, "No,
Bill,
come on." And he's like, "Oh, okay, fine, but I really don't like this." And what happened? He you have like a baby gate at your door for your dog, and I remember
Bill O'Reilly
he was like, "How am I supposed to get over this, man?" And I was like, "Okay, here, I'll move it for you." And then
was that like an actual statement or a rhetorical?
I think maybe a bit of both. And so I went to go move it, and then he already like tripped over it before I could reach down, and I was like, "All right, well,
all right, but there you go."
And then at this point, Alex was drunk.
He was very drunk.
Already taken quite a few shots to catch up.
Yeah. I drank, I think, half bottle of wine and like a beer and maybe, I drank like 2/3. I'm still very lightweight, right?
Same,
I drank, a third of a bottle of whiskey as well. So I was already very, very drunk. And I was like on the borderline where I'm like, if I have one more sip, I'm going to be blacked out.
Yeah.
But
so we came down to play Smash Bros,
Bill O'Reilly.
And the entire time he's like, I won't like this. I want to go to bed, you guys. And we're like, come on, just like 2 more rounds and then we'll go and we can put you to bed. And he's like, okay, fine. I don't like this.
Why I don't like this?
Yeah, this is bad.
Just instantly. Because I remember I only have 2 controllers for the Wii.
Oh yeah.
So we were trying to play where like one person controlled like the joystick and one the nunchuck, and one person controlled the actual controller itself.
Yeah.
And but that would be an awful idea if you were sober.
Yeah. And then at this point, shit started getting wild.
It was at this point, nothing before. No.
Yeah. So keep in mind,
Bill O'Reilly.
drank 3 beers, an entire 40 or whatever.
It was 1 liter.
1 liter of whiskey, 40%.
Yeah, 40%.
And half of another bottle of whiskey. So we were bringing him upstairs to go to bed. And he... Oh, wait. Maybe we should...
Stop.
No, maybe we should bleep his... Or, like, cut his name out, because
I'll
that could
do
seriously affect him.
I'll
But,
do it.
all right. So cut that out. So we take him upstairs, and he was like, okay, I gotta use the washroom. And he was in there for, like, a few minutes. And we're like... hey buddy, you doing okay in there? And he comes out and he's just like, yeah, and then like runs and hops into the into your bedroom.
My bedroom, yeah.
Into Alex's bed, just jumps on his bed and he's like, ah! And I'm like,
so happy.
and I go into the bathroom and there was piss all over Alex's wall and the floor. None of it got in the toilet, and then a bunch of toilet paper on the ground. And so I think
Bill O'Reilly.
just like pissed all over his walls. And I think at some point he tried to clean it up and just gave up.
He just lost concentration.
And so I remember I went into your bedroom and I was like,
Bill O'Reilly.
dude, did you just piss all over the walls? And he gets up and looks in the bathroom. He's like, looks at me as like pissed. Like he's like, yeah, as if like it's just common knowledge. And then runs and jumps back into your bed again. Like, ah!
The way he dove into my bed was like a guy trying to jump out of the way of a train.
Yeah.
Like there is urgency in there.
Yeah.
Like, this was his task. If he didn't do it, something would happen.
He was gonna die. And my girlfriend and I were just like, okay, we're gonna split. We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah. Oh god.
And then you carry it away with the rest of it.
So the next morning, I slept on the couch because that's my go-to sleeping place whenever I have friends over, since they always steal my bed. And I slept on the couch. I woke up, I think, at like 6:30 in the morning or whatever. Just because like you wake up super early after a night of drinking.
Yeah.
But I remember looking at him. He had every single one of my blankets tied around his legs, and he was sleeping on the floor.
And I got a snap the next morning from Alex, and it's just him. It's just our friend, face first on the ground.
Between my bed and my dresser, and there's like a photo space between my bed and my dresser, and he somehow squeezed in there like a snake. And I sent that snap, and it was just hilarious. So I walk back in the room, and I noticed that he pissed on my bed.
Yeah. And he was wearing a red belt.
Yeah.
So there was this red stain all over your
It
bed.
was just like a red stripe, and I'm just like, I remember getting scared. I'm like, oh shit, like did he cut himself somehow? Like I remember like trying to roll him over, and he's a massive guy, so of course I didn't do much.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it took me like 2 days before I realized where that stripe came from. And so I started washing all my sheets. This was at like 9 o'clock now. I started washing all my sheets. I'm just like,
Bill O'Reilly.
buddy, like let me wash your jeans at least. Like you can't go on like this. He was still blacked out.
Didn't he puke on your floor?
Oh yeah. This was before I started cleaning everything.
Yeah.
So I look at him, and he turns sideways, and he just like opens up one eye, like his right eye, just to look at me, and then without even like making any motion, he just pukes all over his arm and all over my floor, and then he has this little like smirk on his face, like, yeah, bitch, I did that. Oh god. So I had to clean everything up, and I tried to clean up the puke, but I'm squeamish as fuck, so I'm just like, no, I'll just let him do it. So I gave him so I get him out, I get him up and everything, and I'm just like,
Bill O'Reilly.
buddy, like, did you want coffee or anything, or tea? And he just looks at me, and it was purely reptilian mind working here, completely just the hindbrain, and he looks at me and says, tea. And he pushes me to the side, like into my wall, and he like waddles over to my coffee maker, and like I give him a tea bag and everything, and he puts it down on the table and just walks back and goes to sleep. I'm just like, oh.
But this time he went into the guest room.
Yeah,
right?
this time he went into the actual guest room, and I had to wash his jeans. I washed everything. I just left the puke for him to clean up.
He was just naked in the.
He had his
bed,
like boxers and his shirt on and everything. But I gave him the roller paper towel, and he tries to clean it up, and he just like slaps it down onto the pile of puke, and he's just like, good enough. He just goes back to sleep. So between 10:30 or 11 a.m., I decide to start like having a shower and everything, and I take my dog for a walk, and I come back because I had to like sweat out all the alcohol, try to cure my hangover. I came back, and it was now 1 or 2 p.m.
It was about 1, yeah.
And I knock on his door. He's still out cold. He was still, to my knowledge, he was still blacked out at this stage.
Yeah.
He was blacked out for like 15 hours.
Yeah. He said we started drinking at like 9:30 and he blacked out at 10.
Yeah. It was rough.
Until like 2 a.m.
Oh god, and 2 p.m. But I remember we went to McDonald's after I had all the laundry done, and I steamed my bed and I left it out to dry and everything. And he said he finally came to after I gave him back his pants to put on. And he's just like, what? How did you get my pants?
Yeah. And you told him like what all happened, and he legitimately did not believe you.
No.
Until he saw his pants were off. And I remember he told me that his first thought was, oh god, did I get naked in front of everybody?
He's gotten naked in front of people before when he's drunk.
And so he's like, I really hope I didn't just get naked in front of Dom's girlfriend.
Well, like, at least he had his concerns for other people. Yeah. Oh god, he's a nice guy. So we got McDonald's and we talked about it, and I drove him to his place, and he's like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
That was the first time he threw up puking.
Yeah. And I just remember I was at work because like I had to work that day, and at like 2:30 I just get a text message from our friend that just says, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, you're good, man. And like a week later I went over to his place just to hang out.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, so because like I'm not like a huge guy myself, I'm pretty small. And pretty small.
You're a slim boy.
I'm a slim boy.
Not even slim thick.
And I was talking to our friend, and he's just like, so Dom, like, what do you think you would have done if you had full half of a bottle of whiskey? Because he brought home your half, and so that's all he thought he had. And he's like, why is everyone being so like understanding of me? I only had half a bottle of whiskey. Like, I've done this like 20 times before, and like this has never happened. And I was like, man, I would probably be in the ER. And he's like, really? After half a bottle? And I was like, well, I mean, after like a bottle and a half and then 3 beers. And he's just like, after what?
After a bottle and a half?
He had no idea.
Oh, God.
And we were just talking about it the whole night. He's like, why didn't you guys fucking stop me?
Oh, God.
But
Yeah.
in that time, I was actually thinking of probably my most embarrassing story.
Mm-hmm.
It was the day. Well, one of my most embarrassing stories. It was the day right before that. It was one of my best friends who I worked with. It was her quitting day.
Yeah.
And so we went to a bar, and like the whole, pretty much like a bunch of the staff came and just had a few drinks. And my one other friend and I, we were having like a competition to see who could drink the most. And so I had
God.
like a full pitcher of beer, a tequila shot, a Burt Reynolds, and like something else. And then we split like another beer, and I was so wasted.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I was there for that now.
No, you weren't there. And we went with my friend, my girlfriend, and like 3 other people went in their car to go get some McDonald's just real quick. And I guess like I completely blacked out, and like I guess I was being like
God.
really like handsy with my girlfriend, and like
Oh God.
being like oh my God, I love you so much and whatever. And just being like a complete slob, like an absolute mess.
Yeah. Just trash.
Yeah, and then like I kept like kicking the back of the seats and everything, and I was so like just wasted.
Yep.
And then my girlfriend, she's just like, okay, like we're going home. She didn't drink anything, so she was DDing.
Yeah.
And we get to my car, and I'm like, shit, sorry. I'm like, hold up. And then I just start like puking everywhere.
That's when you puked over your new shoes.
All over my brand new shoes. That was the second time I'd worn them. All over my shoes, and like all over it, like hit my girlfriend, and like on my pants and
God.
everything.
On your singular gene.
On my singular gene. And then
you chromosomal abnormality.
yeah, I know, right?
Oh God.
And my girlfriend just like she gets like really nauseous by that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
And so she just like threw me in the car and like sped home, and then put me into bed.
Oh God.
Definitely not a highlight. I was so embarrassed
Oh,
afterwards.
Yeah. Stuff like that ain't good.
That's why I didn't drink anything at your place.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is a shorter story, but
Yeah.
I go to the coast every summer just to visit some childhood friends. And one of my friends, my youngest friend, one of his high school friends was having a party. He just graduated this year, or that year, I guess. And I'm just like, hell yeah, man, I'll go to the party. They have a huge mansion, right? Like a $10 million house at least.
Oh, Jesus.
Massive.
Really?
So I started playing beer pong with a bunch of people who were like 18, 17 years old. And I had already had 2 beers before I even went to the party.
Okay.
2 big
2 whole
Sapporos.
beers.
2 whole beers. But I remember I was very drunk after, I think we played 10 rounds of beer pong or whatever. It was a draw because I somehow kept getting redemption shots. But I didn't black out for some reason because I was also a bit high.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
I remember going to the girls' sink, and she's just like, before I go in, like, people knew I was very drunk. And they're just like, yeah, make sure he doesn't throw up. And I throw up finger guns. I'm like, I won't. And then I did. But they drove me to my friend's house. And they're just like, yeah, man, it's like, it's 1:30. We should probably head it. I think it was 1:30. I have no idea what time it was at this point. But I had a ferry to catch at 7 a.m. the next morning.
Jesus Christ. God damn.
This is from my perspective. It's probably entirely wrong, honestly. But I remember they took a video of me when they were driving me home, and they're just like, "Hey, Alex, do you want some food?" I'm like, They're like, "Do you want a turkey sandwich?" I'm just like, "No."
No.
I didn't black out or anything, but I remember like I fell into their bush. They have a big cedar, I guess, in front of their house, and I started throwing up inside of it.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of paper towel. And the next morning, I remember once I got everything packed up and I was gone, I saw that. I'm just like, oh God, man, I can't come back here for a while.
I'll come back in 2 summers.
Yeah, I'll come
maybe.
back in 2 years, maybe, if everyone at this party moves away.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was awful. Should we end it there?
I think that's a pretty solid note to end on.
We'll release the next one. I don't know when. I'm trying to get this on the Apple, on the iTunes Music Store, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But it takes a while for it to get verified because they actually had to like listen to the full podcast. And I'm more scared about some stranger from Apple listening to my podcast than I am about anything else.
Any other strangers?
Yeah, any other strangers, because those people have power over me, and that freaks me out.
Yeah. But right now, where can you listen to it?
It's just gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on Podbean, which is another website.
Okay.
On Alex's Bad Teeth,
Ooh.
all one word,
There you
no
go.
apostrophe.
That's the channel name?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. I named it after that, despite you.
Yeah, I know you did.
I know you hate that name.
My name isn't Alex, so...
No, it's not.
I mean, I guess my middle name is Alex.
Well,
we
yeah.
could both be Alex.
Alex's Bad Teeth, and you also have very bad teeth too.
I also have not the best teeth.
Yeah, so it's going to be on there. It'll probably be on there, hopefully, sometime soon. The one on the Apple Store, that's the first one that we filmed like a month back.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will be up there by the next week or so. I have no idea.
Do you know like how long it takes for them to verify it?
Anywhere between an hour and 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
A really broad,
Yeah.
yeah, really specific.
Nice. Good.
Okay. On that note, see you guys next time.
Bye.